for Engage Somerset in Glastonbury, and welcome to Glastonbury, beautiful Glastonbury Abbey. I'm here with three of my participants today who've benefited from the project. We've got the lovely Lucie, the charming Christopher, and our Colin.
Hi.
So Colin, what was your journey to Engage Somerset? How did you kind of get to be with us?
I was working with Claire Ramsey at Positive People, doing some courses with her which they paid for. But my real vocation is I'm a writer, and the problem was I wasn't doing it. So for one of my phone appointments with her, I mentioned that I was struggling with motivation, and because I wasn't writing, I wasn't getting on with the coursework as quickly as I should, and she suggested Engage Somerset along with another person, and I've been with them 4 months. It really has helped with me getting on with all the things I want to be getting on with, including, I have to say, publishing this novel. This is my proof copy. It'll be in the shops, well, in Amazon certainly, by the end of the week.
Are we credited in that, Colin? You got a credit for all of us in there?
No, you might end up with a free copy though.
Oh, hello.
No, so actually it's really about motivation for me. It was about getting out and doing things, because after lockdown I kind of got a little bit static. I wasn't going out so much, and I decided I had to fix this. And working with Engage Somerset, we've been doing the walks. I've started the art group now. It's challenging, it's different. They're an interesting bunch of people, to put it mildly, who may end up being good characters in my fiction at some point. Yeah. So it's all about the individual thinking about what they contribute to a group and what they can get out of it, because it's always about engagement. It is called Engage Somerset, so it's not just stuff being done to us as clients. We have to engage with the system and bring everything that we can, because that's what we expect to do in the workplace.
So Lucie, what have you gained, what have you benefited from being on this project so far?
Well, getting out and about again, and doing some different things like the art, and especially growing in the allotment and getting covered in yoghurt from the allotments, meeting new people.
It's helped your well-being then,
yeah.
Overall. It helped you develop socially and maybe a bit, mental health-wise.
Yeah, my mental health is much better again. Like you say, being able to get out of the house again, because I was just stuck back in the house and not being able to get out. I don't like staying in the house too much. So like you say, it's just been helpful, like getting out and doing more stuff.
So obviously you come out on the walks with us and you do the art, the gardening, we do, and that's opened up a different kind of group, because we do it with the volunteer networks. You've got a whole new group of people support-wise there. But with us, what I've noticed is your social interaction and the way you laugh and you joke with everyone. The trees, learning about you, love learning about nature.
Yeah, it has. It's made me feel so much better in myself. And like you say, it's just got me out and about, and I don't know, it's just opened me more. Like you say, it's just helped me so much more. Like you say, and being with just different people. Yeah. Like you say, and I've not harmed myself for months.
Yeah, because you've got that focus and you've got some positivity there.
Knowing that I can, like Mondays get up, go out, Tuesdays get up, go out, Wednesdays get up, go out. And like then Thursday and Friday, it's not so bad.
You can have a lie-in.
Yeah.
Friday from the week.
That's it. It's just wonderful. Like not being able to have to just stay in and not be stuck in the house.
Get out and see people, and I think what I loved is when your electric chair broke down, and then Colin here and Kelly just took it off and fixed it, and that we all stayed back and helped you across. It was in here, wasn't it? Across the grass.
Oh, it was just brilliant time.
Perfect. Like if ever you could have summed up the support. Well, the group like this has given you.
That's it. It's just the support. It's just wonderful. I've just not, the support you've all given me. I just can't thank you all.
So Chris, obviously we've heard from Lucie and our Colin here about what brought them to Engage. What about yourself? What's your story?
Well, really, it started when I met you at the medieval fair, and
innocently there.
Yeah, minding my own business as you do, and obviously I came over with Jake, who you met that day, and got talking to you guys about what it was that you did at Engage Somerset, and although I wasn't sold straight away entirely, I thought this sounds like a really positive thing, and and there was so much to choose from as well. It wasn't just like we've just got this one thing going on. You had like the art groups, the allotments, the walks, and so there was a lot of choice as well. And really, I mean, I just came along that first week after that, and I haven't looked back really.
Yeah, you did. To be fair, you came on that Monday, and then that was it. You were there.
Been here for pretty much everything.
You signed
since.
up for life. So if you hadn't have met me that day when you were minding your own business at the medieval fair, where do you think you would be now, sort of in terms of what you'd be doing, how it would have potentially impacted you?
Well, I think I'd still be stuck inside a lot more, if I'm honest, because my routine was pretty much non-existent before I met you guys. I didn't really eat breakfast or lunch at all because my sleeping pattern was really terrible, and therefore I wasn't awake even to eat those meals, even if I had the appetite to eat them. There was no routine in my life, so I constantly just felt like I was drifting through everything, and all the days kind of blurred into one, especially with the lack of sleep. And so just getting that routine back again, where there's actually something to be waking up for, and the physical exercise part of it, to actually tire myself out so I can get to sleep in the evening. It's just been super important.
100%.
And it's made masses of difference.
Oh, I am. And also you are, now you're with us. You've taken on what we could call peer group, or as Steve calls it, the Avengers. He does call us the Avengers. You are now taking on a more active role for the longevity of these groups because they've benefited you so much. Is that a fair point to say?
I mean, it's twofold really, because A, it's nice to give something back, and B, I don't want to see these groups stop because they have benefited me so much, and I'm still getting the benefit for them, even if it's the format's changing. It's something I want to continue as I go forward.
Okay. I am pleased. I am. The Avengers. So Colin, what would you say to people who are thinking of joining the project?
I would say that I would encourage them to do it. I would think about what they want to get out of it to start with, and approach it from a way of almost like involving doing a self-help, because you'll get out of it what you put in. So it's a case of figuring out what it is you want to do, because it offers, there's the gardening, art groups, walking groups, there's a social engagement at the church on a Monday morning, not religious, I hasten to add. So it's a case of thinking about what it is you need in your life, and then treating it as a bit like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
I know that.
Yeah. Yesterday I said smorgasbord, but that's a bit posh. A buffet is nice. Buffet is nice and reasonable. So it's really a case of sort of thinking about what you want, and then going, because it is there, and actually engaging with Engage Somerset and all the other bodies. It does make your life at the job centre a lot easier, because you can go there and you can say, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, rather than sitting there hoping not to be punished because you've not spent 8 hours a day job searching. You can actually go there and say good things that you've achieved, and they're happy with you, and you feel happy about yourself because you've got security again.
I suppose it shows progress with them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That you are progressing.
Exactly, it shows progress.
Personally.
It shows that you're not in the caricature of being unemployed, sitting at home watching whatever daytime television is nowadays.
So Charlotte, you've been asking us all the questions here, but what about yourself? So why don't you tell me, how's the project affected you since you started this in January?
Well, I'd say it's actually brought a good deal of happiness about me, not least of all being in Glastonbury, but also getting to meet you guys, seeing you grow. I think that's been the most amazing thing, is each and every one of you has come to me. Obviously, you at the medieval fair, Lucie met you at that event in the town hall, wasn't it, the health connector thing, and then Colin, obviously it was a referral, but just watching each and every one of you come together, and then you've all formed these your own sort of friendship groups and support networks, and just seeing you flourish and grow, and the icing on the cake is the peer groups that want to take on those groups, because I know I've given you guys what you have asked for and you've needed, and just to see how much it all means, it kind of melts my heart a little right now. So yeah, I just think your progress, it's my job, but also just to see the impact that it has had on you guys, it's another level entirely. Colin's like a statue next to me here. I'm assuming he agrees with that statement.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been amazing to be here for 7 months. So we've got 2 left and we're going to make it the best 2 months ever.